corporate bonds. The spread that you get on corporate bonds versus treasuries is very, very low by historical standards. Also, the credit quality of the investment-grade corporate bond market has been deteriorating constantly. Corporate bonds got beat up very badly for about a week until the Fed came to the rescue, and propped up the corporate bond market. Right now, the corporate bond market is the most overvalued that it's been in 20 years. Well, the Fed came to the rescue and propped up the corporate bond market. The maturity of the investment-grade corporate bond market has never been higher. The interest rate risk is that of a 10-year treasury. Corporate bonds, among the worst credit quality it's ever been, and yet it's at one of the lowest yields on a spread basis it's ever been. If you adjust for maturity and credit quality over the past 20 years, the corporate bond market is 13 basis points tighter than it's ever been before versus treasury. So your yield on that is pitiful because you're talking about a 10-year treasury at about 1.3 and you tack on about 80 basis points for corporate bonds, so you're talking about 2.1%. So what you want to do in bonds is you want to get short maturities that have some yield spread on it, and that's in the non-corporate bond market. Asset-backed securities are probably the best, but they're very hard to source because they're short maturity and there's still some distress that is lingering in parts of the asset-backed securities market, like aircraft driven and the like, which is very vulnerable still to international travel not having recovered. There have been some big gains in bonds this year, but they're all in these areas that were decimated by the pandemic. It's very much an asset picker's market in the bond market. An index fund, it ain't gonna cut it. And the yield is so low that year to date, I mean, the return is negative and it's negative. And the return is negative. It ain't gonna cut it. The spread that you get on corporate bonds versus treasuries is very, very low by historical standards. Also, the credit quality of the investment-grade corporate bond market has been deteriorating constantly. Corporate bonds. It ain't gonna cut it.